But some things you can't ever really say you're ready for. That's how the week felt to me. I walked away from the press conference feeling a buzz. I said a lot of things, but will my performance back it up? Oh, no. No, this cannot be happening. Okay. Oh, man, okay. Think. Where was the last place you looked at him?
If you knew where you last saw them, they wouldn't be lost now, would they?
Yeah, thanks. A lot of help you are. Oh, you're rich.
Say it with me now. Eisen.
Right, Eisen. You're Rich Eisen, big fan. I'm gonna be the laughing stock of your next broadcast, aren't I?
Depends. You gonna run the 40 barefoot? I may have a little fun with you, but don't worry. I won't make you a running joke, huh? Come on. I thought it was pretty good.
Maybe not your best, but I'll tell you what. You let me wear your cleats, I'll laugh at any joke you have. I mean, seriously, I'm desperate.
Try 'em on. See if they fit. What's the verdict?
Perfect fit, but honestly, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but they're a little damp. They're like really damp. Did you go swimming in these?
Thought you said you were a fan. If you were, then you'd know I just ran my annual Run Rich Run 40 for charity.
Right. How'd it go?
Let's just say my days of keeping up with Saquon Barkley are behind me. Maybe you'll fare better than I did out there.
What was your time?
5.98, baby.
Well, I can't do any worse. I've seen statues move faster than that.
All right, well, I want you to go out there and post a time of at least 4.6. Think you could swing that?
Of course. 4.6? I can do that barefoot.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
That's challenging now that I don't have to do it barefoot, thanks to you and your cleats.
Now that is what I like to hear. You're gonna be helping those kids at St. Jude more than you know. Go get them, champ. Hope those shoes bring you good luck and an even better 40 time.
Thanks again, man. Yep, I feel it.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Rich Eisen, and I'll be your tour guide as we meet the next crop of elite NFL talent. We're going to start things off with my personal favorite, the event that can break the spirit of any man, the 40-yard dash. First up, we've got one half of America's darlings, the Heartbreak Kids, an intriguing draft prospect to say the least. We'll see him up next for the skills portion of this year's NFL Scouting Combine.
Okay. Liking 18. Let's go now. Set up. Yeah. Got that. Go. 19 Tigers. Ready, go. Pick it up already. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Oh, ready. Yeah. Cowboy 8. Ready. We're almost there. A little more. Ready. Let go. Yes. Yeah. Ready. Cougar, now hut. Come on, let's finish strong. Here we go, Shaq. H. Ready. Hut. Woo. Yeah. Titans, Hawks, 7. Yeah. Wait. Woo. So close. One more.
Well, today had a little bit of it all. Select few guys who may have just cemented their place as one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL draft. Until next time, I'm Rich Eisen.
Keep moving. Gotta run, son.
Welcome to the 2020 NFL Draft. Sure, the experts have done 2.7 million mock drafts, but you can toss those babies out the window. And we're back in the fourth round of the draft. The talent herd is beginning to thin, but there are still some real studs out there.
Hey, this is the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers. How you feeling right now?
Oh, everything's great, Coach.
Well, look, son, we've been following you for quite some time, and we believe you could be an integral part of this team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. And I'm ready to do whatever it takes to show you I'm worth your pick.
I know you will. I'll expect you to show up ready, okay?
I'll be the first one there. Can't wait.
And I'm just getting confirmation that the pick is in. Let's take it to the podium to see who the next pick in the draft is going to be. What a phenomenal pick. This kid has shown some elite abilities on the field. He's a freak athlete, totally capable of taking over a game in the right system.
At your first training camp, who helped you adjust to NFL life?
No matter how ready you think you are, nothing really prepares you for the big leagues. So I appreciated having him as a guide. I didn't realize just how much impact it would have over the course of my rookie year, on and off the field.
Well, we finally get to see at least one of our beloved Heartbreak kids in action on the field. Look, I'm a founding member of the Heartbreaker fan club, going all the way back to their high school days. So, needless to say, I for one have been dying to see them step onto an NFL field and show everyone what they can do since we last saw them lighting the world on fire in the college ranks. But as excited as I and the rest of the Heartbreakers are to see them take the field, it's a moment we may all have to wait for until next season.
The veteran players were encouraged to mentor the new guys on how to succeed and push us to be competitive, even in the preseason. I appreciated that he took me under his wing, and our extra reps after practice helped me get dialed in.
All right, man, eyes up, eyes up. Take a look what we got here. Let's remember what we're running here, okay? The offense hasn't seen this all season. We're gonna get at them. Execute your assignments, and it will be a party in the end zone. All right, let's get it.
Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's week 1 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back in here again.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Steelers making their way out, and with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Brings up 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 6 yards there. First down, Pittsburgh. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. 15 yards on the play. First down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for them on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. 25-yard on second down now. It's Connor, and a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 16. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
First and goal from just inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now we see the 14-time Pro Bowler, maybe the greatest to ever play the position, Tom Brady, getting set to lead this Buccaneer offense.
I'm sure a lot of past teammates for Tom. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football
at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Connor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage and moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Sliding out of the pocket. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And Charles, very interested to get a look and see what we have in this young quarterback drafted back in April.
He's a guy that impressed me. I watched a lot of tape of him in the lead up to the draft. Got a chance to meet him briefly at the Combine. And here are the bullet points of what I have as an evaluation for him. I think he's a leader, got a presence to him. We saw he motivated his team in college. Far from polished on the con side, okay? Decision-making, that needs to improve. A little bit quicker in his reads and his feet. Sometimes he can get a little bit happy. But I do think he's got a chance to be a quality number 2 to start this season and a chance to be an NFL starter down the road.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Able to find Switzer. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 24-yard line. And we remember this quarterback well. A star in his college days, opted to leave school early to enter the draft, and now he gets his chance to prove himself here.
And he's been looking forward to that for a long time because there were people that questioned him leaving school early. They all thought he needed extra seasoning. I think we can say that about just about every college player. But to me, it was time. He needed to go. He was ready. He had accomplished everything that was possible on the collegiate level. Won a national championship a year ago. Now he gets a chance to test himself each and every day against the best the NFL has to offer.
And he finds McDonald. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to
excellent punt. This offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. The arm strength, Charles, that's something that many questioned for him coming out of college, but he put that one on a rope.
And that was something I had a debate with many other evaluators about because I always felt like he had plenty of arm. My concern was the accuracy. Was he putting it in the right places? And right now, we're seeing the guys putting it all together. He has plenty of arm to be an NFL quarterback.
2nd down pass.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so.
So we're in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Starting the drive was Snell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 5. A run for Snell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And no fireworks to start the half. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
It leads to second.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left. This is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
First play, certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we've kind of heard that they would let the rookie quarterback play the 2nd and 3rd quarters. If this drive winds up being it, what have you seen?
Well, first of all, I have to remind myself that this is his first preseason game, and I'll remind everyone who's watching the exact same thing. But bottom line, I've liked his poise. I have to be impressed by what I've seen so far. Delivery of the football, excellent. He, to me, has the look of someone who belongs out there. So forget the stats. Let me just see the presence, and he has it.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down at the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 6.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So it's challenge time. The referee's tablet coming out. And the big question, Charles, did that football break the plane to the goal line?
They just need any part of the ball to cross the goal line in order for it to count. And remember, it's got to be indisputable, though. Sometimes we think it's going to be there. We can't really find it on the tablet. So we'll see what the final call is going to be.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the play. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. We are in the 4th and final quarter. As the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. On the left side, it's McDonald. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up
big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break.
Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. go with Snell here on first down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They're going to run again with Snell. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Tonight's final score.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
With a good first preseason matchup under my belt, Coach called me into his office. I was hoping for good news. I tried to come to terms with the fact that my view for the rest of the year would be from the sidelines and not the line of scrimmage. But life has a way of surprising you sometimes. My chance to start a regular season game arrived unexpectedly in the middle of week 7. Our starter was injured, and I was the next man up. It took everything I had to calm my nerves. The preseason is one thing, but I'd be stepping out under the lights for real this time. Then we huddled up and headed out.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space.
James Conner.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup
on play action. They'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep here for Ebron. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
51 yards on the punt there. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll run here with Conner.
Number 30.
The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 18 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing it.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner. drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
2nd and 8.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Rolling to his right, and he connects with Ebron. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So here we are, Charles, speaking of this rookie quarterback. He's had one training camp and, gosh, I don't know, about a month and a half or so of regular season games to try to digest everything. Now here he is making his first NFL start.
And he will tell you that he is calm, has everything under control, that the butterflies won't get him. But let's just be honest about it. They have to affect him at least a little bit. Let's see if he can handle it. Now, preseason, I thought it's a little bit up and down. But you mentioned the time he's had with the team, the time watching the starter play. Here's his opportunity, and I would expect the coaching staff to emphasize what he does well in their play calling.
So does that mean you think the playbook shrinks a little bit here?
I think they have to be careful about that because here's the thing. NFL defenses, if you shrink the playbook too much, then it just really strangles your opportunity to try and move the football. You can't be too simplistic, but at the same time, as I mentioned before, they will emphasize what he does best, try and call plays in that genre to help him out. Remember, he didn't know he was going to be a starter until late in the week, so he didn't have much time to prepare. That meant this coaching staff had to go overtime in order to prepare a game plan for him.
And worth remembering, this is likely just a one-week audition, if you will, here, because it doesn't look like a long-term injury. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. The drive will start with Connor. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down. It's Connor. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brings up third.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Moore on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens, they'll take it. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They start with a give to Connor. First by him near the 35. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 minutes. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's second and 10. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Patrick Queen on the tackle.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, They needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now, as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
48-yard line.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Now, 4th down.
Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Ebron caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for... So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Conner on 1st down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
It was a tough break for the injured guy, but this was huge for me. The press wanted a quote, which is how things happen like they did. For a few last photos and left the podium. Later that day, I checked the headlines and was shocked to see one in particular about my press conference.